Defensively, obviously not the performance that y'all were hoping for yesterday. What positives do you take from this season into next year?
That there's a lot to work on, but we did get better in some spaces, especially as the season went on. So that's good. We were trending in the right direction, and a lot of things to learn from. But definitely disappointed with the result yesterday. But at the end of the day, not discouraged in the point that it's a final product of what we can do in the future. So I'm excited for what the future holds, man. We learned a lot about our team this year. Learned a lot about our defense and our strengths and weaknesses, and we want to continue to do what we got to do to improve those.
With so much on the line yesterday, why was the defense flat? Why wasn't it able to work yesterday against Carolina?
We had a tough show yesterday on defense, which is unfortunate, and wasn't enough to win the game.
Grady, can you describe the emotions after a season like this? So many highs and lows, and obviously ending in a place where you guys don't want to be.
Yeah, man, super emotional, especially with the last two games being overtime losses with playoff implications on the line. It's super highly emotional because those games can go either way. And if those games go another way, then we are playing in the postseason. That's how close it is, and that's how much work that goes into the whole season and off season. When it comes down to critical moments that we weren't able to finish in, and that it makes it sting much more. But those lessons that we learned in defeat, that is going to continue to push us forward. And you just got to keep pushing. It's okay to take losses, but you got to turn the lessons. And unfortunately, like past couple seasons, we've been learning a lot of lessons. Just not making a postseason and stuff like that. But it just take the right time, right moment, right opportunity for us to get where we want to get, and we're closer than we ever been to achieving goals, of getting the postseason, competing for championship, doing what we want to do, and to make the city proud, make the team proud, make our owner proud. So everybody involved. So everybody wanted bad, man, and but we was close. This season was far from a failure. I mean, this was one of the most fun seasons that I've had. Super excited with the way we going, and I would be I would hate for as close as we were to get to where our goal was to win in the South, to get into the postseason, in which anything can happen. Down to 2 overtime games at the end of the season, to let all the work of everybody involved go to the wayside, and let emotional reactions and disappointments have long-term effects that negate some of the things that we have overcome and the direction that we're going and the camaraderie that we have, not only as players, coaches, support staff, everybody involved. The work should not be in vain, because it didn't go our way, but it was real close to going our way, and I'm proud of this team, man. I'm proud of these guys. I'm proud of my coaches. Everybody was able to look themselves in the mirror and say where they needed to be better at, and was willing to put in the work, and I just see that continuing to happen, and I'm super excited, for what the future holds for this team and organization. And, I've been here for a long time, and I want to continue to be here for a long time, and I want to see this team have success. And, I'm not going to give up. I'm not going to give up. Nobody that's involved going to give up, and nobody wanted more than the people that's in this building. And, we didn't make the postseason, but we definitely we trend in the right direction, man. And it's super unfortunate. And nobody hurt more than us right now. That these last 2 games that we dropped in overtimes, it could have went either way, And we feel like we was good enough to win both of them and other earlier games in the season as well. That's why everything counts. And it didn't go your way, so you got to play the game, got to execute, and that's the reality of it. It is a bottom line business. We know the wins and losses is what count, but the work in between is important as well.
Grady, I appreciate you for that answer. What do you think it's going to take to push this team to the next level?
I just think it's a deeper dive in details, execution, not letting early games, things in the season slip up, and just knowing that every time we take that field, man, you just never know when's your last opportunity. You got to give it your all every time, your effort every time, the preparation that goes into it. And you can't afford to play games where you say, "Oh, we just wasn't right today. The energy wasn't right," or "Oh, I could have put it more in my prep." You just can't afford that because the season seems like it takes a long time, but now being here at the end of the season, I feel like it flew by. And so when if you look back on the season, if there's any time we feel like you could have gave more as a player, coach, whatever, support staff, whatever it is, you never want to have that moment where you have regret. Pain of discipline, pain of regret. And I think you can feel the pain or regret on some stuff, definitely with us not making the postseason. And those things that we could grow at.
Can you describe
part of the season that's most memorable?
Can you say it again? I didn't hear you.
Any part of the season that's most memorable to you?
My first game coming back off the injury, man, that was so awesome. It's a feeling that I haven't felt in so long, maybe never, because I hadn't had a season-ending injury. And to come back, that Pittsburgh game was just super highly emotional. And I feel like, man, it's just something that you just couldn't replicate. And one of the biggest things that probably maybe one of the best things that happened in my career, man, just going through that. I see football from I'm able to see it from a whole new set of eyes, going through a major rehab to be able to come back from not only ACL, but a mid-season ACL as a defensive lineman, playing in the trenches, to be able to have a full season and be able to have a productive season. I'm proud of myself with that. So, that first game back was amazing, man. Just running out that tunnel after not playing for 8-9 games last year, and then just the emotional moment with my family, then also playing a highly productive game that was all off just straight will, and because I definitely felt it after that one, especially with being the first game of the ACL, so I was a little sore after that game. Was super exhausted. Sad we lost that one, but it meant a lot, and that was probably so memorable for me. I feel like it was yesterday.
Can you describe what gives you that hope and that optimism? 8-win season, what's different between the last 2 7-win seasons and this one?
We won 8 games. That's improvement. So what I'm gonna do? Sit here and not have hope? What I'm gonna do? Sit here and let the world tell me what I can do, what I can't achieve, just because they say it? No. I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna keep pushing. To the day while I got breath. You know what I'm saying? That's what everybody should do. When you accept what people tell you are in your future and stuff like that, then you might as well be dead. At the end of the day, hope. You got another day to hope, another day to push. We're going to keep pushing, and if you don't, not around people like that, you're going to be stagnant, you're going to be sad, you're going to be down, you're going to be depressed. I'm not being that. I'm not going to be sad. I'm not crying. I'm not doing that, So it's a decision. It's a choice to make. My choice is to have hope. My choice is to be encouraged. My choice is to get back to work. My choice is to be optimistic. And until I don't have any control over the way my football career, football life goes to the point where I'm going to give it my all, And so I am never defeated.
What I'm getting at is there moments or things that you've seen from teammates, from coaches, from the vibe around this building that kind of give you that?
The right people in the building. As I said earlier, I think we got the right people in the building, and that inspires hope when you see the hard work that people put in, and, the things that, the work and the sacrifices that people are making, and I think that inspires hope for sure, and the will and the want to win, that inspires hope as well.
Grady, for you personally, as you said, you came back from the ACL, and it's now 7 years you've gone without getting in the playoffs. Is that frustration or hunger, something, does that build over a year of even more, you want it even more?
Yeah, man, it's definitely. Yeah. I'm not gonna lie, it's frustrating. It's motivating. But at the same time, it's more of I don't put so much time and work. I can't abort mission to try to think the answer is somewhere else. The work that I put in the last 7 years, with this team organization since we've been to playoff, it count for something. It count for something. It means something to me, and for me to just think the grass is greener somewhere else, or the grass is, make it go the easier route. I'm not doing that. I'm too much invested. You know what I'm saying? Or at least, the things I can control. And I'm under contract here for another year. So what I can control now is everything that I give to the organization. So I'm not tapping out, never tapping out, and it's okay to be disappointed sometimes, but you just can't be defeated. You always got to keep pushing, pressing, and that's how I feel about it. I'm not a quitter, and the day that it do come when we make the postseason and we win championship, and gonna be proud that I didn't give up. I'm gonna be proud that I didn't lose faith, I didn't lose hope, and be proud that I kept working. And that day ain't today. But as long as I get another day to put some work in, do what I got to do, that's what I'm gonna do. And the grass is greener where you water it, and I'm firm believer in that. And my grass is win, lose, draw. Every day try to keep my grass green. And that's as far as being blessed to be able to come to a place like this to work in a new facility like they did for us, man. I mean, just to be able to play for the people I play for, the city I play in. I mean that's a blessing within itself. But I say that to say that I'm not satisfied. It's not okay that we didn't make the postseason. It's not okay that we came up short. Dropped some stuff, but that don't mean that the work still can't be done. You know what I'm saying? And that don't mean that I'm content with losing. I don't like to lose. It's hard for me. To lose is difficult. But that don't mean that I'm like down, defeated. You know what I'm saying? So I just gotta keep working, keep pushing, find out where I can be better at to help support the people around me. How more things I can be better at to be more productive to help the team, and things like that. Controlling what I can. But as a competitor, you're definitely disappointed. But as somebody who just take a lot of pride in their work, put a lot of work in, I take it as a challenge to see it through. To see it through, do what I got to do to get us to where we want to be, and whatever role that I'm in, to help this team get there, I want to fulfill it to the max.
When you look at the young talent that's on this roster, does it inspire that change you were talking about?
Yeah, without a doubt, man. I mean, these guys are superstars. They're not good players. They're superstars in the making. Excited to see them continue to grow, continue to blossom. Just really, 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 just really coming to their own as they mature, become, better pros, and just continue to be super productive. We've got a great young quarterback in Michael Penix, great running back, Bijan Robinson, Drake London, one of the best in the game, doing what he do. I can go on and on, even the guys we got on defense, young players we have. Obviously those three guys are pillars for our team, those young three guys I just mentioned, and, they're going to score a lot of points. They're going to score a lot of points, and I want to be part of that because they're about to, really, really take the league by storm. So I'm excited for them, and I'm happy to be here. I'm excited to see them grow, and they got some really, really good talent.
Thanks, Grady.
Thanks, Grady.
Thank you, man.